I don't know. I just feel like that's what's going on. Like, to me, I don't feel in my heart of hearts that there is any conspiracy theories at all. You know what I mean? The more that I go down this lane, the more I'm starting to see that this ain't even an issue. It really is not. Now we're dealing with, things that are just not there. You know, let's see. You think you can find that instrumental? I think I can. Actually, I know I can. So, are we really losing? Or, like, are we falling for something that's not even there? A lot of people, well, let's look at the Tulsa thing. You see how they didn't get that old lady no money? And everybody out here tripping like, oh, shit, they fucked up for that. Then you got some people like, oh, you didn't go through that. Get over it. Then you got some people like, oh, that's a long time ago. We ain't got to trip off that. Okay, there's a few issues with this. For one, it's not like she was asking for slave money. She's asking for money to replenish a town that was ramshacked and burnt down. These people weren't slaves. These are legitimate, hardworking people. So this is an unjustified murder. These are unjustified murders that you guys are just like letting slide because the white guy of today is not the white dude of the past. But no, nigga, no. We're not asking you to pay for shit. Remember, there's black people paying taxes too. So what the fuck are you talking about? Even if you just gave us all our taxes back. But that's besides the point. How can you deny somebody something that you did? You know you did. You fucked up their towns. You burnt and took their shit. Anyway. So most people are out here running away from, old evil white man. It's spooky white man. It's the white man. We can't get right because of the white man. It's the white man. The white man. It's the white man. I think that is one of, like, there's so many boogeymen that we have to talk about. We have to unravel. Okay. First is Mr. Charlie. Okay. Mr. Charlie is the only one that will hire a nigga. Mr. Charlie is the one who is allowing all these black people talking about DEI. Mr. Charlie is the one that's allowing the black woman to twerk. Mr. Charlie is the one that is allowing, because even if the Jew runs the industry, it's like Mr. Charlie runs all the TVs and shit. He could just cut that shit off. So if you're going to blame Mr. Charlie for you coming up with a rhyme degrading your own people, and you're going to say it's his fault, even though he's not your brain and you're choosing to do that, there's only one thing to say. So we just dispelled Mr. Charlie in like 15 seconds. The old Mr. Charlie, okay, you can talk about. The one of today, you cannot say is hating on you. He is allowing you to hate on your motherfucking self, and you're choosing to do it. Mr. Charlie cannot, first of all, he can't rhyme like that. That's why calling Eminem the greatest rapper was stupid anyway. All you're doing is trying to like say that it's okay for Mr. Charlie, the industry, to ghostwrite for y'all and have y'all talk about all this murder and death and dumb shit. That's all you're doing. But Mr. Charlie can't rap like that. So you're rapping. You're the one twerking. You're the one low-key snitching on yourself, giving all this new slang and shit to people that are not from the streets. You doing it to your motherfucking self. All right, now that's Mr. Charlie. But there's other issues that we have, like religion. If black people don't get over that hump, that ain't nobody coming to motherfucking save you, because ain't nobody coming to save none of you motherfuckers. That doesn't make any sense. The Hispanics have been praying to God way more often and prevalent than black people of today, burning candles and some more shit. And guess where they are on the list in America? Right next to your ass. Mr. Charlie has been claiming this book this whole damn time. He's the one who offered it to us. But you've never heard him say a prayer about ending the macabre thinking of his children to stop being racist and to bring peace on earth. He's never said that prayer. Do you know why? Because he know ain't nobody gonna answer it but him, and that's not what he wants to do. Religion is given to slaves. That's why they had to beat it into you. All them people in the East that practice Islam, them motherfuckers can't say they walked into that shit. That's out here. In America, you can walk into Islam. Not in Saudi Arabia. You are forced into Islam. You are raised in it. You are indoctrinated by it. That is your life. So how much of a loving God is this if you didn't even have the opportunity to choose that God? It was forced on you. Don't believe me? Go ask them Arabian women when they want to take that hijab off. Just as hot outside, just want a little air. She will get the dog shit slapped out of her on facts. You know what I'm saying? They don't play that shit. So obviously religion is not a free will. Like, you know how they say, everybody has their own personal relationship with God? That's a lie too. That doesn't make any fucking sense. So the pedophile has a personal relationship with God. So the pedophile and God are plotting on the child. That's what you're telling me, because they got a personal relationship. The Satanist, he has a personal relationship with God. The murderer, the liar, the cheat, the corrupt. We all got a personal relationship with God, right? And then why does it only work that way? Why can you only have a personal relationship with God, but everybody know the devil? Why can't you have a personal relationship with that nigga too? Because it's a fraud. It's not real. Black people have been talking about being righteous for the longest. And all they did was get molested by their uncle. Newsflash, most of them people that go to those brick and mortars are the sickest, twistedest motherfuckers on earth. Talk to them. Talk to a churchgoer, an avid churchgoer. Talk to them. And listen to how dumb they are. Listen to how dumb they want you to be. Look at the shit they want you to believe. Not that they know, not that they bear witness, even though this book tells you about bear witnessing. Nah, they just go off emotions. Okay? Like I said, black people, how's that been treating you? You know what I'm saying? Y'all had DMX, same dude talk about, maggots coming out the pussy, but then at the same time, he want to put a prayer at the end of the album and everything's supposed to be all right. If we could just knock these problems out, I'm telling you, blacks would be doing great because they're already winning. Like, nobody can dominate you guys physically. Not really. You know what I'm saying? The white guy had to start wrestling. Like, he really did. He had to grapple you and put you in a headlock and all this. He had to do all these type moves because when it came to boxing, you was just squaring them out. And I can hear people today like, well, shit, they ain't like that no more. For some reason, these boxers that be getting knocked out by these white boys, I was never a big fan of anyway. Like, none of their fights. Like, the vibration just wasn't there. I just wasn't buying it. Not saying that's not real, just wasn't buying it. just doesn't seem right. When I know, like, let's just call it what it is. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. So when you're incarcerated, right, when you're locked up for a good amount of time, not a weekend stay, when you're there for a while, and you start working out, and the same people that saw you come in, they see you 2 months later, and they're like, damn, this motherfucker big. All race say the same thing about the brothers. All of them do. Oh, you guys just naturally get big fast. It's just, we don't know. It's just, that's how you guys work. You guys either get really big or really cut really quick. You know who told me that? Another race told me that. When I was locked up, another race told me that. Some Hispanic dudes, but it's like they had watched me. They had watched me when I first came in, regular street dude, and then they see my transgression in like 3 months. I was only there for like 6 months, I think, that time. And in 3 months, they were like, damn, bro, like, you changed a lot, bro. You're like big as fuck now. Like, damn. Okay, so naturally the strength is there. Okay, what about education? Because black people are stupid. You know, for somebody to be able to manipulate sound over 12 fucking times and turn it into 12 different fucking things, that, my friends, is a stroke of genius. I don't think anybody can deny that. And I know what people are saying. Well, you know, it's not like it was one black person that made all 12 forms or even more of music in America. That's not true. And I would have to agree. That is correct. But it's the same group of people. When we credit white people, we don't individual them. Nobody does. Nobody's just pointing out Isaac Newton, Einstein. No, they say white people did. Or the white, even racist whites, even non-racist whites. This is how they talk. They say white people did that. Okay, so they're not individualizing. So why can't I say the group known as the American Negro created all forms of music here? That's not a dumb person at all, because, you know, it's not just like it's a, no, you have to add other things with that. You have to connect. It has to be in sync. So that takes intelligence to do. Talk about all the patents and inventions and stuff. I'm saying that to say this. Obviously, whatever God that these black inventors were dealing with has nothing to do with the spook daddy that we are dealing with today. I don't think they viewed God like that at all. I don't. Actually, I know it for a fact because they didn't wait. That's so weird. If the slaves truthfully believed that the Sky Daddy was real and was going to do something for them, you wouldn't have a Nat Turner. You wouldn't have slave revolts. You wouldn't have the fight. Like, they would have never went to the Civil War. They would have never went to the ones in the North. They'd have said, nah, we just going to pray and God going to set us free. He's going to take care of us. So what happened? And even if you want to, like, I'm going to tell you some slick shit. One of them came up to me today. We had a quick conversation that basically led to your boy Light Show should run for president one day. I should. And I know you guys are like, what? That's where the conversation went. That's where it went, and that's what I got from it. You know, it's time for a certain type of thoughts to be spoken into the world. It's time for the world to hear a certain type of thoughts. Too much messiness you guys have been doing with no good result. You know, even allowing yourself to be entertained by foolery, you know, with no justification to the foolery. It's one thing if you're listening to a stand-up comedian that says something that's a little rough or outlandish, but it has its humor in it because it's so outlandish. It's the complete opposite. It would be funny in a way. That has purpose. It makes you, it's like good brain exercise. It makes you think. But a parody of taking a decent group of people and then making them drug-selling bimbos and murderers, I don't see the humor in it. You know, that's not funny to me. You know, every slip and fall joke lands on a handicapped Asian dude, I'm sorry, maybe the first time it would have been funny, but if that's the main thing, I wouldn't find that funny. Okay, well, that's the same thing with black people. If every rapper is talking about street life and thugging and criminal behavior and none of them have a optimistic outreach to reality, not to their feelings, not to their condition, but to reality, that's all bad, because that's only one like playing field to play on. And that's where I'm at with this. This is the boogeyman. This is it. When you make black people think that all they can do is make negative music, that's the boogeyman. When you make black people think that there is something coming down to help them that is watching them lose in front of everybody else, you know, it's like that is the boogeyman. That is it. Constantly I see it on the internet, all in reality. All this money and opportunity is being not sought and found, and is being wasted. The time is being wasted because our children are impressed with something that we all lost in the adolescence of our life. Partying and bullshitting. Biggie said that shit best, made a song out of it. Party and bullshit and party and bullshit. Fucked up spell, huh? To put you in. Partying and bullshitting. And this is the result. The result is people are so spooky now that they don't even want to properly vote. They want to not vote. They want to claim that, you know, oh, it's just two old dudes. And it's like, no, it's not. You got one dude that's not Hollywood, that was all business. And then you have a dude that basically been in the system way before Clarence Thomas, way before fucking Rodney King beating. Like, that's the evil shit. Like, hold on, stop the record. That's the most evilest shit on fucking earth. Every black soul in America that went to the voting booth and put Joe Biden in, you not only are a disservice to your ancestors, you better be so fucking happy that spooks and ghosts and shit are not real. Because them motherfucking black civil rights people, them black slaves, them motherfuckers would be knocking at your door for the swiftest ass whooping of your life. Joe Biden been in the Senate since 75. Joe Biden has been in the Senate before crack. Joe Biden has been in the Senate before the Rodney King riots. Joe Biden has been in the Senate before Colin Ferguson. Joe Biden's been in the Senate before Trayvon Martin, before Pac and Biggie's death. I could keep going. Damn near, Joe Biden has been around to go to witness all the tragedies that black people talk about. Y'all talking about Trump believing that Central Park 5 did it, whatever. Nigga, he was just a fucking businessman. Y'all didn't say nothing about Joe Biden, who also said they was guilty than the motherfucker. You still voted his ass in. Come on, black people of the day. Come on now. Come on now. This is just like that fucking N-word. You mad at the white boy because you calling him an N-word all through your conversation and all through the fucking song. And then you mad because you claim he cool with you and then he want to say it back to you and it's an issue. Stop saying it if it's so disrespectful to him. If you feel the word is so disrespectful, stop using it. Hence why you don't see Hispanics calling each other spick, but they'll call you a nigga. But you brought that on yourself, though, by trying to make this shit cool when it never was. Are we all guilty of it? Of course, it's part of the lexicon now. But should it be engaged in such an endearment fashion in the public eye? No. How you know most white people, when they by themselves, they don't greet each other as a Klansman? Hey, Klan man. Hey, Klan daughter. How do you know? You're not in the room. Have they ever told you? But why would they? They wore hoods. They didn't want you to know who they were. Are you getting my point? If something works for you and you know it will be of a disservice to others, maybe you should just keep it amongst yourselves. But who let the cat out the bag? The rapper, the entertainer, the one that Lord Jamar was talking about, the one who sold it a long time ago for money. See, all this shit comes from the streets. Jazz, blues, rock and roll, all that shit is for the streets. And you're choosing when one of these fucking opportunities come around you and say, oh, that's nice. I like that. What you call that? Oh, man, we could do something. I'm in the whoop-de-whoop business. And that's your choice to sell it. Just like most black people do all their stuff. They sell it. And then they get mad when other people reap the benefit off of what they invented. Stop selling your shit. Stop selling your shit and stop believing this boogeyman that is not here. What I told black people years ago is coming to fruition anyway. I heard it out my own mother's mouth. Something I said years ago, talking about Biden. You know what I'm saying? Now she's saying, oh yeah, they're saying, Obama is really behind, Joe Biden's decisions. I'm like, what you talking about? They've been said Joe Biden is Obama's third term. I'm like, but I told you that years ago. But I shined it on. It didn't matter. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter if your wise words fall on deaf ears, because by the time they bring it back to you, now you're just like, whatever. It's never going to work if you guys don't hear the general tell you it. Like you've already been told. I've already gave the itinerary. Like I've already gave it. So now we're just watching it unfold. And I said, well, nobody knows the future. Nobody. Some things are patterns. It's not about a crystal ball. It's not a magic trick. It's called a pattern. If you notice, this motherfucker doesn't work and he plays all day, 9 times out of 10, he's not going to get his job done. That's not a genius. That's not a crystal ball. That has nothing to do with it. It's called a pattern. Just watch. That's all. Houdini made it out of so many traps doing that. You practice the pattern. That's your breathing techniques when you're underwater. It's like you practice the pattern. Well, there's a pattern going on with us that we don't see. That clout is not getting us wealth. It's getting us fame. And it damn sure ain't giving us fortune. They dogging Mike out now. I just seen a little reel cover. They talking about Michael Jackson was $500 million in debt when he died. Of course, he didn't get to finish the concerts. Remember, the concerts would have paid everything off. So why aren't they bringing that up? Why are they bringing up he was in debt? See? They will tarnish your name and leave you in shame. Bill Cosby, even if he did do all that, you know how many little kids you've happened to touch? A gang of motherfuckers in the industry have touched little kids. Shit. Ronan Polanski molested the girl and dipped. Still never did no jail time. Okay, y'all talking about some shit 30 years ago. Bitches coming back talking about reflecting stories. We should have all knew that shit was fake as hell. That shit was all fake. Even Bill was involved. All that shit's fake. But I'm saying that to say this. They will tarnish your name at the end of the game. There's no point of being in it. There's no point of being in their industry when we can see at the end we have been losing the whole time. Boogeyman, afraid of independence, but claim we're so independent. We're so independent that only Ice Cube has the big three and only Tyler Perry has his own film studio. 2 brothers are truly independent. Only 2. I know you got Cube Films and stuff, but no, that's nothing. 2 brothers. The only one's free in this motherfucker. Jay-Z buying up NFL teams are going to have corporation teams. Okay, feeding what? Because see, the industry is the industry. So what are you feeding? He's not lining his own pockets anymore. Jay-Z been rich. So what is he feeding now? An economy, which is good. Not mad at that. Do your part, put in your share. But he's not trying to change the way that things are being ran. He's not switching up anything. But neither is Sexy Red. Neither is Nas. Neither is none of these people that you have put up there. Because that's not the point of it. I keep telling people, you're never going to get past the fact that you are a monkey on stage. Because the original form of American entertainment is the minstrel show. Credited to blackface. The cracker devil, not talking about Caucasians, regular white people. No, the cracker devil got his monkey. The first thing he did was put you on stage. He dressed up as you, made a mockery of you, but at the same time, you wanted to join. Then you became the mockery on stage. He didn't have to wear blackface anymore. People are like, oh, it's illegal anyway. No. You don't get it. Why the hell do I have to be Yessa Balsa when I got Motisa from Posse, or what other weak motherfucker you can represent, you know what I'm saying, in Hollywood that didn't, play the role for black people and shit. It's like, I got it. The arrogant, rough, the mean black person, Jim Crow. See, people talk about Jim Crow law. You don't even know why they named it that. They named it that because of the minstrel show, Jim Crow, which was a white dude dressed up in blackface. And it was a story about a black man who was a drunk that used to go around fighting people. Mean dude, Jim Crow. Okay, they're Jim Crow laws. Why do you think that is? Motherfuckers is acting like that's a person. How the fuck is there a dude named Jim Crow when that's the minstrel show character name? That would have been told if there was a real Jim Crow. No, it's a name, but it's representing something. Blacks cannot be in the same area as whites. You can't go in the same bathrooms. You can't be, everything's segregated. Why? Because these are Jim Crow laws. But what's Jim Crow? Jim Crow is a minstrel show about a black drunk that goes around fighting. Talking about fighting white people, he's beating up. He's rude. He's uncruelly. What did they used to say about black people? They're rude. They're evil. They're mean. Okay, you would want to keep your children separated. How many dinner table stories do you think, Mr. Johnson told his little sweet Polly cornbread daughters? What do you think the stories were? They'll rape you. They'll beat you to death. They're niggers. Well, that's the image that you're giving out. The ones that we get, the little, minorities and whites that kick it with us, bro, they don't give a fuck about them. They don't give a fuck about them. You know how many drug rehab programs have nothing but base heads in there? They're just staying there. They just don't have nowhere to live. They're linking up with other smokers and shit. Or they're trying to dodge prison sentences. Motherfuckers ain't learning shit. Not rehabilitating at all. I feel at the end of the day, I gotta start getting more people to dialogue. I don't be setting shit up. I ain't gonna lie, I don't. And I don't have people to just randomly come in and shit. I just don't. I don't trip off it neither. I ain't gonna front. I need to do better networking. I really don't be calling people, because I got plenty of people I can pull up here. But it's like the conversations I want to have, I need to venture out for. I can't lie. I'm gonna have to take the show on the road. But my people have to get that you're being bullied by a fake bully. It's not real. You know damn well you don't have to do crime. Y'all know damn well y'all don't have to mean mug each other. Y'all don't have to do a lot of stupid shit that you do. And for a person to argue that they don't like being on the bottom and why they've been treated like this, to me, it's irritating because it's a black person talking to you. How black do I have to be for it to be black enough? Like do I have to be super duper dark? Do I have to be dark as my beard? That would make my words more credible. I don't think so. I don't think. First of all, Malcolm X is light as hell, bro. that ain't got nothing to do with it. It really doesn't. We got to get off that damn stage, bro. That shit is not helping us in the long run. Stage is just not helping. It's not. It's getting worse for us because we have kept trying to push something that we're not even good at anymore. Like, I'm gonna be honest, we keep talking about this music shit. The music sucks nowadays. It's really not uplifting. It's not good at all. It's not. That's why I don't like when y'all try to compare yourselves to people of different times. It's like, at least they made good music, dog. At least they made music for the soul, something that made you think. Y'all don't do that. Y'all have a lot of garbage nowadays, and it's a clear reason why. It's not nothing personal. It's not y'all fault. It's the industry. It's what we've put ourselves around. It's bogus. It's bogus to be mad all day. Y'all ever notice that? There's a dude, on everybody's block who's just mad all day. No, nigga, you're not mad, dog. You're hurt, dog. You're hurt because nobody could walk around this one life just upset all day. There's nothing that you're doing in your life that's going to make you smile. Nothing. Sounds like you have bigger problems than walking around taking it out on people. Okay, well, that's the invisible bully. That's something we're fighting. You know what I'm saying? The nonchalant, arrogant attitude. It's like, as a group, we're all fucking losing. And motherfuckers be like, nah, what would niggas say? Nah, it's all about you. You got to get it. Okay. There are a lot of you individually getting it. Nobody's stressing off life. You don't see me complaining like that. Oh, all these bills. Oh, I never talk that type of talk. I'm sorry. Even if you guys want that type of conversation, we can have one. But it's like, I don't know. Get out of Dodge. Don't look at it like that. I don't care if you have a mansion or a shack. That's really not the point. The point is for us as a economic block to start rising. And it's only going to happen when we cut the individualism. When we cut the star power. Stop acting like you guys are benefiting us. You're not. You're just an individual who thinks you're cool. 9 times out of 10, you're probably going to make a bunch of bastard kids, just like Nick Cannon did. Newsflash, he didn't marry any of those women. So he just made 10 bastard kids. And everybody's like, oh, they're all going to be taken care of forever. Duh, there's no family lineage to this. There's no marriage at all. This is just an oddball fucking situation. Nobody's thinking. You can't have no fucking the royal family like that. Fucking 8-9 kids at a wedding, like, bro, it would never work. So there's no empire with Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon just made a fucking fumble of reality. Like, he fumbled his own fucking reality. Most people ain't gonna see it because they just thinking about some pussy. They're not thinking about the long run. You don't create the supermarket. You do not bring in all of these multiple items to make your shopping convenient. You don't do it. And you guys act like there aren't people in the world that don't have only but 2 markets to shop from. Y'all crazy as hell. Like, I think Americans need to really start looking on the outside world, countries, and not for vacation. I think you need to start looking at their poor areas. And then look at yours again, and then look at theirs. And then ask yourself something. Why do you even have poor areas? You guys you're playing yourselves. Playing your motherfucking selves. We got this. We figure out 2 things. 1, we gotta let a lot of the fake bully shit go, though. You gotta let go of the religion in the sense of waiting for something. Stop doing that. If you're gonna use your brain that you have, then use it and read, and then break down the science. Like this one. This is a good one. People say black people need to pull themselves up by their bootstraps, and black people get real offended by that. Or they say some funny shit like, "Oh well, shoot, I ain't got no boots or no straps to pull up by." Now that's cute. I'm not gonna lie, that's cute. You know what I'm saying? That's cute. That's a good, you know. It'll carry the conversation to something else with everybody missing the juice in it. Carrying yourself by your bootstraps is not even, that's not even an insult. That's actually like a Masonic metaphor, because the boots and the straps are basically what you are, like what you bring to the table. So they're saying pull yourself up by your bootstraps. They're saying pull yourself up by you, by what you bring to the table. JFK, I think. Don't ask yourself what your country can do for you. Ask yourself, what can you do for your country? Why is it saying that? What are we saying? Your people have talent. You guys are good. So when it's like pull yourself up by your bootstraps, that's basically saying you guys unite. You guys stop looking for something from outside of you and use what you guys have. Black people don't want to do that. They claim because of slavery. This is the weirdest slavery I ever heard of. This type of slavery doesn't make any sense. Why are black people not getting along because of slavery when they all had to do the same thing? You're all being forced to go in the field. You're all being forced to work. You're all being forced to eat the same food. How would they not be getting along? How did the slave revolt happen? It wasn't just one slave. Many of them. How could you do a person like that? How could you treat a person like that? Oh, if I was a slave, I would never allow. Okay, so why are there so many slave revolts? Why do you keep saying it like the slave just sat there and they just didn't get along and they just never tried to escape? And then the first generation slaves damn sure got along because they all was from the same boats. They all knew each other. They all went through that shit. So y'all throwing me off when you say it's a slave mentality that they don't get along and that they killing each other and all that. Who's picking the cotton? If you dared, that's how you know people weren't getting whipped. Like that's some made up fantasy shit. Do you know if you were to mess up a white man's property, aka the slave, that's like his horse. But you can't just be that motherfucker gotta go to work tomorrow. Like it would have to be a real serious offense. They weren't no. Just like hanging and all that. That's after slavery. Ain't nobody hanging no fucking horse. Ain't nobody hanging no property unless it was sick or something. That's why they used to sell slaves. Motherfuckers sell you to a whole nother farm and shit. Sell your kids. Ain't nobody beating and whooping nobody. Unless you had a wicked person that was using you for like wicked purposes. Maybe that was like some sex slave shit. But a worker? Why the hell would you do that? It has to work, motherfucker. I can't. No. Something's not right with that. We're not in a slave mentality. We're in a spell mentality. We are in a spell. Well, some of y'all are. And in this spell, it's about self-imploding. It's about killing yourselves. You're only on Earth one time. Why would you look at the group that you're from and hate it? Nobody else is doing that. Everybody else supposedly is so prideful. They're so proud. Why wouldn't you be? We got to get rid of the fake bully, bro. We're not thugs. We're inventors. They're hiding our inventions and giving us this thug that only started in the 70s. We don't have a starting date. Don't. But you got monuments, houses, all them things. We can do it again. And not just on the music tip. We can do it again. You know, we always trying to beat the industry. But they not like us. We don't need them. We never did. We made our own shit. The numbers became the lottery. They stole that from us. You know what I'm saying? making a mockery of the black man, blackface, ended up becoming the greatest form of entertainment in America, the fucking Hollywood. On the side of your music and all that stuff. Artwork. So many drawings now. Now you got graffiti in restaurants. People are spraying graffiti on the wall as a form of art. First open heart surgery, successful. So see, now I'm talking about doctor work. But wait a minute. I also created the Almanac on American soil. Man, there's too many points that we can hit them with. I don't even know how we arguing this whole African fucking Indian thing. That don't even make no sense. We are both stupid. Point blank, period. The native that y'all calling the red man, he's not that old, cuz. And he only like copper colored wear. Like, I'm sorry. I'm tired of y'all saying that. I'm tired of y'all calling these motherfuckers red man. They're not even red. I've been to a casino, motherfucker. I didn't see these people. These are not the Buffalo Nickel Indians, bro. They're not them. They're not even the fucking Washington Redskin Indians. They don't even look like that, cuz. Be honest, bro. Like, be honest, bro. Y'all keep trying to refer to some mixed Mexicans and shit, and it's like, bro, what the fuck does that mean? The fucking Washington Redskins is way up in Washington, bro. So they looking like that up there. So how you gonna compare that to some fucking Indians way, in the South? They said they went to California. They didn't say they went to Washington. And even if you say they did go to Washington, bro, how are these the Indians? I thought they Mexicans. I thought they represent Mexico. So they're not Indians. You can say whatever you want. Shit. I'm on American soil. It just so happened it's called the United States of America. But I'm not talking about the United States. I just said I'm on American soil. It just so happens where they drew this grid out, my people was already there. But that doesn't mean I have to claim it like, oh, I'm a Massachusettsian and United States American and Woody Wood. Nah, ain't nothing wrong with, what I'm saying, where I'm at. I'm not arguing that. I'm saying I'm American. That's what I am. Before the corporation, I'm American. Okay? Some people came from Africa. All right, cool, bro. But the ones that founded it here, bro, we weren't on no fucking, no disrespect, but we weren't on no, African dashikis and stuff like that. Suit and tie, hard workers. They were hard workers. I don't see the problem with that. People keep saying that like that's not what y'all do. We weren't all fucking blue collar motherfuckers. Nigga, I just said we did the first open heart surgery successfully out here, motherfucker. In my language. No, all hats, all fields. You know what I'm saying? We got busy, we got down. Y'all, yo, they steal so much they put grease lightning in Greece. Not even realizing that's a black race car driver. That's an old story. Like, but nah, you just take shit and you move it around, you morph it, and then, it gets lost in history. Nobody even knows anything. We got to get rid of the fake bullying. It's TV shit. It's clout shit. I'm want to be better than everybody stuff. It's corny, yo. It's not helping because at the end of the day, it's about to be the biggest election night or debate of your lives. Tonight is the biggest debate of all times. 2 senior citizens, yes. But one's live in Perkins. One's live on them Perkins. You know what I'm saying? One's going to be drugged out. One's going to be spitting hard. They clipping the mic after 30 seconds. Every 30 seconds, they clipping the mic. So it's going to be a real interesting thing for, the blacks and Americans to realize, because you're going to realize something in this debate. You've been fighting a fake bully. Everybody on that damn left, I'm telling you, man, they've been spell casting the shit out of brothers and sisters for the longest. And it's time to wake the fuck up, man. We out. We out. Stop with your spooky tales. If you're not going to allegorically break them down, you're wasting your time. Stop. Stop with the old evil white dude. No, you niggas need to unite and stop bullshitting, talking about going somewhere that y'all know y'all not from. And I'm not saying it like some of y'all ain't from there. I'm saying it like, even if you was from there, you're all American. You guys been raised here your whole life. Like, knock it off. Another thing you need to stop doing is stop giving the world your negativity only. Stop doing that. Stop acting like that's all you can produce. You guys don't have to vote these songs in. They got enough bots to do it for them. Stop promoting the ignorance. Get back to something, some type of substance. Get back to it. Didn't say you got to go old school. Didn't say you got to switch the style up. But you got to put some substance in it. Enough of it is like y'all just depressed and mad. Y'all just mad and depressed. And y'all the richest generation out. Don't make no sense for y'all to be leaning this hard and busting this many guns. Think about it. Look at Chicago. These niggas ain't went through no food stamps. They ain't went through nothing like that. These motherfuckers are all smartphone EBT gangsters. EBT smartphone gangsters. They not like us. They not like us.